What's going on, everybody? We are live. I know, right? I couldn't let you down, casual. Couldn't let you down. It ain't Saturday. I'm trying to see if this time is gonna work for us to do two shows. Because sometimes the other show take a little longer. So I'm trying to see what's gonna be a good day. Is it gonna be on a Sunday? Is it gonna be on Monday? Because we were supposed to be doing programming Mondays, but maybe I do Howie Linux on Monday. I don't know. Just checking it out, getting fillers. Y'all let me know in the comments which days are better. Saturday, Monday. I like Foolish Finance Fridays. I like the Fridays. Thursdays, I mean, we getting back to our shows. We've been busy, so I've been trying to get back to our shows. So this is a test run to see. If you didn't get a chance to join us Friday we did Foolish Finance Friday. Uh, then Saturday we did Howie Linux, medium ugly style. And and today is we're gonna do Howie Linux. So there's gonna be some controversial talks tonight. Probably step on some toes. Um, cyber is Security Sunday. It's Security Sunday. Cyber security is on Sunday. So we probably gonna step on some toes, but um, before I step on some toes, I hope everybody had a good day. It's Monday, but we're here for information, and I'm just here to kind of ruffle some feathers. I'd say it that way. I think that's the best way I can say it. But let's get started. All right, so um, Highway Linux. Highway Linux is generally about technology, everything where Linux touches, opportunities, shifts that I see happening in the tech industry where you can go apply for jobs, and so forth and so on. Right. So what I want to say here tonight is this. These are my views and the things that I believe in and things that I'm I'm pretty sure D believes in too. Um, but I have seen across the industry, in particular in black spaces, where we just don't believe in shit. We don't believe nothing. We don't believe, I don't even want to say fat meat is greasy. Like, we don't believe that's fat meat, right? Much less that it's greasy. And there's no faith in your abilities, and in there's no faith in your abilities, and there's no faith in anyone else's ability to achieve goals, greatness, getting into tech and so forth, right? And what bothers me the most about it is I can look at so many other so many other people, so many other races, and just just a quick, hey, you need to do this and this, and I'm gonna introduce you to this and this and this, and in 2 3 years that person is either a manager or they're pulling in 300K, or they have worked their way to uh uh earning, working at Netflix or what have you. So it really chaps my hive, because it's just like, man, it's like, what happened to guidance? What happened to faith? What happened to that? Right? I don't know what happened to that. And I'm kind of over it, right? Kind of over it. Um and and the fact that and it's the fact that it's coming so rapidly and so rampantly, and it just bothers me. um so I'm gonna save the rest of my thoughts for the end of the stream, because I want to review a video, um but let's go prove some points first. Let's work backwards and then we'll get into the video last. All right. For those of you that don't have Safari or Riley, um, however you want to say it, I encourage you to at least do a trial and check it out. Why? Okay, so on my screen, what you have here is what they call Superstreams. And yours truly has been on a Superstream. I'm always giving myself a shout out, right? I'm always giving myself a shout out here, hey. And if you go in, type in my name, uh, you see that I was on a super stream last year. I'm in a book. You see me at OzCon, and there's more stuff that I've been on in here. So, um, number one, that always what people like to talk about in different spaces is what's your credibility. So my credibility is this. Been working in tech uh, over 20 years. Been working got my started with Cisco networking, worked in Linux. I think most of you know the story. Um, but what most people don't realize is I have put in the work, the time. I've cried. I've helped others. I've done all these things, and now I am, and which I've always done. I'm giving back to you. The issue that I have most of the time is because I choose to give back, and because I tell you that anybody can be in tech, people push back on that, and I don't know why. Because I know my story, right? I know where I came from. I know what it's like, right? So I try to provide a platform where you can not just be encouraged, but actually execute those dreams, those thoughts, those have people surrounding you that can see you through that other side, or whatever that other side may be for you. That other side may be you just want to get a help desk job. The other side may be a cloud computing job. The other side may be a job in automation. It may be a job in security. Whatever that is, I've always wanted to provide a safe space where you could say, I'm gonna give up today, but because I know y'all, I ain't gonna do it. Like I'm here, I'm rocking. I just need somebody to talk to vent and then go from there. Cause I know what it was like not having anybody to talk to when it comes to, like, well, how do I get this command to work, and how do I study for this Linux job, or how do I study for this programmer job? How do I study for this job? Well, you didn't have nobody to talk to. So I hope you get that when you come here. Of course, a couple of laughs as well too, right? So super streams. They got a super stream coming up for artificial intelligence with AI. They have one coming up for cloud. They got one coming up for data, another one coming up for infrastructure and ops, one's for security, software architecture, software development. This one here for infrastructure and ops. Let's see. So they got different ones, right? They did one January. They did platform engineering. Then they did observability. September the 6th, they did Kubernetes. And on one of our shows on Highway Linux, we're gonna watch this live. Like, I'm gonna play this video for those that don't have it. My ear right now, but I'm gonna play this live as to like what is 36 minutes long. So that's a good show. About what you can learn about how Mercedes, JP Chase Morgan, the U.S. Air Force, and others have used Kubernetes to get their stuff going, to do migrations, to build out applications, and so forth. Right. All right. So that's one. Another thing I wanted to discuss was you all should be looking at DevOps days. I said this before. DevOps days. You can go here to devopsdays.org. September the 21st. If you're in Tampa, that's coming up. Atlanta was today and tomorrow. And then here's all the other locations and stuff like that. And keep this on your list as to, DevOps days and things you want to attend and so forth and so on, like cities that are near you for you to attend. Women in Linux is a sponsor for DevOps days. So go check it out. Um, See, we're down here as a community sponsor right here. Yay, go Women in Linux. Okay. Let us know if you're in the Tampa area and you want tickets. We could get tickets for you. We do get free tickets for that. All right. And you can click on the speakers, and they have that set of speakers here. James is one of the organizers for DevOps Days. James is cool. He's over at Accenture. Um, I'm not sure who else they're gonna have speaking here. I think they're doing 2 days, so I think they're probably still uploading their speakers and stuff like that. So check them out. Next thing to check out too is not just DevOps days, but when you look up security conferences, right? So you can see here AT&T had a conference. Um Cybersecurity conferences. Here's an official list. You can always hit up Eventbrite for these conferences and so forth. But I'm only pointing these things out because you all need to be looking at what you can attend virtually, what you can attend in person in your city, and so forth. Like, here's some AI conferences that are coming up here in Vegas, San Francisco, Austin, New York, Oakland, Massachusetts, right? Scale by the Bay. There's another one. Another set of conferences that I think you will find like very interesting are your Usenix, and I've spoken on this before, your Usenix Advanced Computing Conference. All right, so here with the Usenix conference, this is where you'll find your SRE information. It used to be Lisa, and they combine Lisa and SRE now. So you got your Usenix conference with storage. You got network systems and design and implementation. You got operating system design and implementation. And they also have published papers that they do. If you all are familiar with Amy Rich, she is in the Slack. She's also part of the committee. They also have grants for you to attend, like diversity grants and so forth and so on. And I sat on the board to help write some of this stuff up. So I'm pretty familiar with them, and so forth, right? So check them out. I would not promote them if I didn't think they were good people, and you could get some good meet some good people and get some good opportunities out of them, right? All right. So last but not least, we got cybersecurity, we got Usenix, we got O'Reilly, we got DevOps days. Last but not least is all your cloud and Kubernetes, right? So KubeCon is coming up. I need to see if I can make KubeCon. It's coming up November 6th through the 9th in Chicago, right? For those that want to study Kubernetes, that want to study SRE, application tracing, distributed tracing, you want to get into that. This is where you're gonna find a meat and potatoes. Where you're gonna find some jobs. Not only that, right? So this is what you, and then they have like co-located events right here. So within the conference, there are other conferences. So Cloud Native Telco Day, those that are into WASM, WebAssembly. Sharon Middleton, thank you for becoming a new member. We appreciate you. Startup Fest. You also have Backstage Con, Argo. Anybody familiar with Argo CD? App Developer Con, and so forth, right? So you see Envoy, Istio, Kubernetes AI, HPC, high performance computing. I keep talking about these things. I keep talking about these things. Somebody said that's where those damn crackerjacks, carjackers need to be. Yeah. Multi-tenancy con, Kubernetes on the edge. Remember, I talk about your edge devices, your phones, your tablets, your windmills, your power plants, those edge devices, or all not all rigs, but all the pipeline, oil pipeline, right? When we're talking about that, even underwater data centers, right? And multi-tenancy con. What does it mean? Right? What does that mean? Right? So I am bringing you this because these are places for both advanced, intermediate, and beginner. They have tracks for all of those things. Now, you want to get into tech and you want to meet and greet people, you want to just know some things, I advise you to go to conferences. And you don't have to go to such a large conference. You can go to a smaller conference. That's why I mentioned DevOps days. Last but not least, the other one, B-sides. So you have B-sides conferences in each city, right? So B-sides has 860 B-sides events around the world in 221 cities in 62 countries. So B-sides is usually where you'll find your this is where you'll find your security conferences and so forth. And this is where you start to see the local people in the area who are hiring, who have products, who are looking for stuff. Okay, so like anybody about know before? Anybody ever heard of know before? You should have. Anybody know who Robert Smith is? Okay. Robert Smith, investor equity, bought know before for 4.2 billion, 4.22 billion, right? In September of 2022. So you should know who know before is, right? Anybody ever heard of Malwarebyte? Here you go. Malwarebytes. Right here. Hop down here, come down here and hit careers. You all open positions. You got positions in mm, finance, they got positions in marketing, product, security. There they go, right there. And they tell you if they remote or hybrid remote or remote, hybrid remote, right? Malware bytes. Um, what is it? Anybody ever heard of tech data? And let's get tech data um jobs. All right. Current openings. Oh, they got an arrow on their page. Awesome. Something's going on with their workday, meaning something's going on with their Salesforce. Yeah, something's going on with their webpage. Hmm, awesome. All right. So I'm showing you how to fish. I'm showing you where jobs are at, where you can at least look them up yourself and go from there. All right. So let's get into some other stuff. All right. Bug bounties. All right. This is a hackathon put on by Congress. Right. Bug bounties. Constituent casework automation among the ideals touted at the Congressional Hackathon. Did you know Congress had a hackathon? Right? Did you know the Senate has one too? Y'all, you want to be in these places? Here you go. Right? Here you go. Right? We online crying about Jeezy and Jenny May Ma Hama Hama Bria Hama Huma Huma Hama and Honey when they having hackathons. Who you think you gonna meet at a congressional hackathon? Who do y'all think y'all gonna meet at the congressional hackathon? Well, let's talk about it. Those who deliver remarks at the hackathon include Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy, CAO Catherine, Spindor, Ernestine Dawson, Director of Strategic Planning and Special Projects, Democratic Leader Hakeem Jeffries, Representative Steny Hoyer, and former host of the event also delivered remarks via video. Right. So who else? What companies do you think was in the place to be too? Right. Meanwhile, Artificial Intelligence Group shared their ideas about large AI models to aggregate data from constituents that could be used on the floor to address concerns and suggestions. Right? Keep these four keywords, write these four keywords down so you can go and do your search. AI, bug bounty, congressional hackathon, cybersecurity. Start looking up hackathons in your area from the Senate, from the city, from even farming hackathons. Go look these things up because you you never know who's there. Even if you don't know how to do anything, still just show up and network and see what the outcome is. Again, you're networking with people. The hackathon, yeah, it's there to solve problems, but if you don't know how to solve a problem, it's okay. You know how to network. You know how to provide some input, some guidance, right? All right. So before we continue, I had to I had to go over this, but I won't do it on this stream. I want to go over a video with the CEO of the Dallas Mavericks. Did you all know that the CEO of Dallas Mavericks was a black lady? Did you know who Cynt Marshall is? Do you know who that is? She's the CEO of the Dallas Mavericks. And I've been listening to some of her stuff, and so I going to bring my thoughts on some videos and things I have collected about Cynt Marshall. So let's go back. Let's go look at her credentials, her creds. Maybe I can get Cynt on the line and get her over here. You think she'll come? I think if we flood her, like, you got to come to Women in Linux. Right. Okay. Um, CEO of the Dallas Mavericks. She's been there since 2018. This is how I know y'all don't be paying attention. President and CEO of Marshall Resources. She spent 35 years at AT&T. 35 years at AT&T. She graduated from North Carolina A&T. She was the senior vice president, human resources and chief diversity officer. She was an SVP over exec over at AT&T. I guess she probably got a master's at Berkeley. Some leadership development. She got 29 skills, so forth and so on. I'm going to do a breakdown of her. I am going to do a breakdown of her. We're going to talk about old Cynt. Who sent you? Who sent you? Separate the wheat. Who sent you? All right, so we talked about bug bounties. Let's go. This one is an important one, right? Customs and Border Protection Directorate fast tracks the move to the cloud. Why do you think they fast track the move to the cloud? Why do you think they fast track that move to the cloud? And when you hear this, what does that say to you? When you hear this, what does that say to you? Because this is what I would do. If it were me, I would take that. I would come over here and I look at jobs. I go look at jobs. All right, what they got? Border Patrol got 100 plus more. Cloud jobs, yep. Mission support specialist is pulling from out here, but you get the picture, right? Customer Border Protection Officer up to 9K a month, right? And let's go back and look up. Let's filter our search. Let's do cloud. All right, here we go. CBC 122 on Indeed. Pulling back already. I'm frozen. Why am I frozen? Why can't I move? I can't move. I don't know why. I'm moving. I can't move. Maybe I'm too big here. That's maybe why. No, that ain't it. But look at it. Automation tester 118 to 245 for the Department of Homeland Security. Let me see if I can get this to move for me. Oh, there we go. Senior security engineer. And all you need is a public trust right here. Remote, you get that. That's not a full blown investigation. Like I say, some of these jobs, the pay that have been coming out have been 200, 150, 200 right in there. All right. So when you see a title like this, and you all should know where I pulled this from. I pulled it right out of Women in Linux in the main channel, in the general channel. That's all I did. Because when I see stuff like this, I'm like, oh, okay. They got a big push. They got 2 or 3 weeks to do it. They ain't gonna make it in 2 or 3 weeks. Get out of here. So, keywords in this story. You should write it down. Cloud migration and U.S. Custom and Border Protection, CBP, and then ACT-IAC. These are keywords that I would use to look up jobs centered around cloud migration for CBP. All right, let's talk about it. The IRS, entry level jobs, accounting, budget, and finance. So let's go back to find a job. Let's go job openings. Let's see, we got Birmingham. Let's go filter. Let's go information technology. And that's fine. So you can see exactly where they're hiring at. Right? Operating systems, information technology, 12-month register. I don't know what a CUST SPT is, but you're going to have to look that up. Network specialist, data management, right? Y'all looking for jobs right now? I'll be hitting up the IRS on the technology side. Next up, let's see if y'all done got hip to the game. That's customs. I don't know why this did what it did. I missed my thingy. Oh well, I have to skip it. Okay. What do you see here? Drop some keywords. VA, Oracle, Cerner expect problem-ridden EHR rollout to resume by 2024. The VA has faced multiple delays to the $16 billion Oracle rollout due to patient safeties and risk. If you see that, what you gonna go look up? What do they first need? First thing they tell you is patient safety and risk. So what they tell you right there? Should be feeding you security. It should be feeding you some management. It should be feeding you security of the data, security of the data in motion. It should be feeding you security of the data at rest, disaster recovery. This should be feeding you. This should be like, oh, let me go look that up. You should be hitting that. That 16 billion? What that sound like? You need me. You need me. You need me. You need me. So when I hear that, I'm literally going in here going VA Oracle security jobs. Oracle security jobs. Okay, you may have to write the VA out. You may have to expand that because they're gonna pull Virginia. 3,000 Oracle security jobs in the United States. Oracle jobs in Virginia. Oracle jobs at PwC. DHS cybersecurity jobs. right? So I'm gonna go over here now. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna type EHR. Kind of narrow that down for me. Oh, look at that. 3 days ago, chief architect, Oracle with a security clearance. Chief Oracle certain EHR jobs in Dallas. 184 jobs with that one. Right? This when you see that, you should be like pulling keywords together, putting that together. Go look jobs, move some keywords around. So let's go to the article down here at the bottom. Keywords: Oracle Cerner, electric health records, electric health record modernization. That one, and this one are the three you should be writing down. And those are the three that I will go look up and see. They need customer service. They need somebody for security. They need somebody to understand the infrastructure. They probably need some Kubernetes. They probably need somebody to understand data, data engineering, data migration. They probably need somebody with Kubernetes. They probably need somebody to understand OCI. They probably need somebody that needs to understand STIGs, whatever the case would be. That should be what you're looking at, right? Let's try another one. Energy starts process to recompete for a $10 billion IT service contract, seeking information on capable contractors. What they tell you? I know what they tell me. If I got a company, I should be looking for somebody to partner with to go after some of this money. Could you use a slither of 10 billion? Could you use a slither of 10 billion, whether you do it as your own person or you do it as a company with other people or what have you? Can you use a slither? Put a one in the chat if you're keeping up with what I'm telling you. Put a two in the chat if you lost. Put a one in the chat if you're keeping up with me tonight. Put a two in the chat if you lost. All right. So now I'm calling on you. Here's your chance to execute. If you see energy starts the process to recompete 10 billion IT services contract, what in your head or keywords come to mind? Right? So I'm going to read. The department is looking for partners to provide capabilities in what? Cybersecurity, general IT support, technology strategy, innovation, and more. I should be on SAMS.gov looking at this contract out here. The Department of Energy has kicked off the process to recompete a 5-year, $10 billion IT professional service contract to support IT modernization across the entire department. Here's the request for information right here. I probably got to log in. Hopefully not. Here's the description of it right here. Here's the PDF right there. This is all in Women in Linux right in the main channel. Can't miss it. I put it right there in your face so you can see it. A lot of people like, oh, I don't like it. It's too cluttered. You'll be all right. Master scope of work. Cloud-based services. I can't get. I'm giving you the money. They right here giving it to you. They're right here giving it to you. They're right here giving you the money. They're telling you what they need. Cloud-based services, cybersecurity, customer-centric solutions, shared services, managed seat services, managed print services, voice, web conferencing, service desk, networking, infrastructure, security operations, identity, credential, secure information, program management support, software and hardware assessment, legacy support, mainframe support, enterprise architecture, technology migration planning, DevOps, data center optimization. You mean to tell me it, don't nobody in this chat fit this? Y'all can't find nothing that you can do on this list? End user trainer, audio conferencing, mobile devices, cybersecurity, high risk, cyber risk, information assurance, supply chain. The list goes on. You financial management, huh? UI, UX, you can't find nothing? Oh, okay. So you can't find nothing out of out of $10 billion. You don't have not one skill. Out of 10 billion, you ain't got one skill. D end the live. End the live. End it. You can't tell y'all mean tell me y'all can't find one skill? What? Okay. I get it. I get it. This is for advanced people. This is for people who got like a lot of skills. Like they've been in the game a long time, right? I get it. Okay. I got it. I got you. I got it. I see what we working with. What we working with. Sharon says she got about 3. Sharon, I'm a raise. You say 3, I'm gonna raise you 2, right? I'm gonna say 3 to the second power. You got about 6 skills, right? D, pull this back up real quick. Look how to break it. How this is broken down. General IT support, cybersecurity, infrastructure and shared services, telecommunications, technology and strategy, innovation, and all combined. And then they just want the titles of the projects that you work on, what you performed as a subcontractor, what you performed. This is why I say you probably should partner with someone on this one. They want their responses. All responses shall be in Microsoft Word by due no later than 11 a.m. on September the 22nd. 4 more days. That's why you got to be on it. All right. The IRS to use AI to crack down on millionaires and large businesses partnerships that owe back taxes. So if I'm on the IRS website, what you think I will be looking at in terms of jobs. We're gonna be looking at some AI. We're gonna look at some data. We're gonna be looking at some research opportunities too. Research opportunities. We start every week at 8 o'clock East Coast time. All right. House Administration panel seeking monthly AI updates from Congress. What AI updates from Congress? What? Mm, that'll tell you something. All right. Let's get to the fun stuff. Did y'all see this? The missing plane they couldn't find. The pilot ejected himself. The plane crashed in South Carolina, but they couldn't find the plane because it was stealth. It was invisible. Couldn't find it. They asked the public for help. Let's go. On Sunday, a pilot from the Marine Corps Air Station in Beaufort punched out of his F-35B near Charleston. The pilot is safe. A spokesman for the station told Breaking Defense. But what's unusual is that his Joint Strike Fighter wasn't found until a full day later, with officials announcing its recovery Monday. And while the search caused a flood of jokes online, social media platform formerly known as Twitter, there may be a very good reason for why the jet was so hard to find. According to, let's see, authorities originally focused the search around the lake, around two lakes, according to a post on X from the Joint Base Charleston, which led to the hunt for the fighter in coordination with the federal, state, and local agencies. On Monday evening, the base announced the fighter's debris field was located in Williamsburg County, a few dozen miles beyond the lake. Um, let's see. Let me put in. Let's see. The debris field was located. The base urged the public to call them with any information leading to the missing F-35 whereabouts. Who looking up for the F-35? And do you know what an F-35 look like? Right? It says any information of F-30. The plane maker Lockheed Martin said it was aware of the mishap and was supporting the government's investigation. Right? They said it was invisible. Couldn't find it. All right. Last but not least, this is a oldie but goodie. JADC2 strategy. What does that mean? That is, this is an 8-page summary. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. I'm going to post it in Slack. But it's an 8-page summary document essentially defining joint all domain command and control and sets out an ambiguous goal for programs but provides little insight for joint chiefs of staff and military services actually are moving to make it work, right? So you're like, what do you mean, Tamika? What are you talking about? What do you mean? All right. So typically when the government sets out frameworks or rules and regulations, a lot of most companies, and I say most companies like startups, DoD contractors, so forth and so on, start to follow those rules. So when you see stuff rolling out, you have to go look at from a government level and then go and it trickles down, right? And then sometimes it may trickle up. But in this case, these are the capabilities to support the U.S. national security interest, right? And if you look at this, because everybody is always like, yo, where the jobs are at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Right? All right. So when you look on here, you should see some keywords that kind of pop out at you. Right? You should see some keywords that pop out at you. Put in the chat some keywords that automatically pop out at you. I know I see some that pop out. You should see some keywords that's popping out at you. And we're talking about national security, right? Of all things. Now, keywords that automatically pop out should be predictive analysis, machine learning, AI. And then what else pops out is what are we protecting? Air, land, sea, space, cyber. But over here is systems. How are we going to do that? Architecture, some standards with these things here, right? And you should see across down here AI, cloud data, digital modernization, endpoint, the list goes on, right? These things right here, this all should pop out. So if you're looking like, where is the industry going? If I set these standards here at the top from a government perspective, and they're getting pushed down to contractors, other companies, guess where the industry is going? From the standards that I set. Yep. I'm gonna have to move it around so you can see, but yeah. Right? Right? Processes. What processes are they talking about? Right? I'm gonna back out. These are the things that set forth and guide you as to where the money is being pushed to and where people need capabilities at and where people are going to hire at. If you don't get that, you're going to always be behind the curve. You're going to always be sitting up here on social media like, what the next big thing at? Oh, they already been hiring for this for 5 years. You just now catching on, like on cloud. You just now catching on to on cloud and Hoka. Right? LOE, lines of effort. The strategy is around right here. I'm gonna highlight it right here. Right there. Right? Data enterprise, human enterprise, technology enterprise, integration with nuclear C2 and C3, modernizing mission partner information sharing. I should be able to share my information with you, Army. Army, you should be able to share your information with me. Why we gotta all go collect all the same data? Why we can't just share so I can use use that data, right? Look at this. Metadata, adoption, standardizing, interfaces, incorporate data security best practice, data availability, access to practices, human enterprise, right? Technical enterprise, right? Right. All right. I think you got the idea, right? And those are just from the articles that are in on the channel in the general. So now let's get to the topic at hand. I'm playing it in my ear right now because I'm trying to get to a part. Um, and then we're going that I want to get to. I'm searching. So I'm gonna tell you the background once I get to it. All right. So in this conversation here, um, we're going back and forth about salaries. Is it truthful? Who's doing what? Blah 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 blah. All right, whatever. Right. So one of the questions I ask, and I'm gonna put in the chat. My little hair is like flying everywhere. I'm gonna put it. I want y'all to put in the chat if y'all think this is true. My little hair flying. I don't know why my little hair want to fly today. Want to be an eagle. I like a bird. I want to fly away. I don't know where my soul is. I like a bird. Okay, so um, I'm gonna ask these questions to you all. Do you believe anybody can work in tech? Put a one in the chat if your answer is yes, and put a two in chat if your answer is no. I'll wait. One if you believe, two if you don't. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right, so here we go. Here you go. Play. You think with the right guidance that anybody could come into tech and do certain jobs with the right guidance?
No. I don't think so.
No. Tam, you special. We don't have this conversation. You special. You at the top of the pyramid. Most people can't program. Most people ain't gonna be able to do infrastructure. Most people ain't gonna pick up Kubernetes like that. Go ahead.
Listen. I think everybody can come into tech.
No.
But listen. You have to leverage. You have to leverage their skill set and point them in the right direction. Everybody isn't going to be a programmer, and everybody isn't going to be an AI person. But somebody could be in customer service. Somebody could be in project management. Somebody could be in product management. Somebody can be in GRC. Somebody can be over here in cloud security. I think you have to leverage people's skill sets and point them in the right direction. So, and you have to lay out, and you got to lay out what that is.
So Tam, let me add this in too, because when you bring up anybody, you're also not bringing up extra factors that could disqualify them from getting into the tech industry, like felonies, like having a bad temper, not being able to look at a computer screen for long periods of time. There's a lot of different things.
But that's what I'm saying. So that's why I say you have to leverage. You have to find where those people are at and leverage them into the right direction. I think that's on us to do that. I think it's on us to do that.
That's too much of a burden for me. I'm good.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It's not a burden for me. I get the thrill out of that because I can then say, okay, well, look, maybe you may not be good at coding, but have you ever tried low code, no code? Go check this out. They got a 30-day trial. Here's a scholarship to try it out. Here's a point of contact over there. Go do that.
You ever had somebody call you in the middle of the night saying that they wanted your help?
You got to set an appointment.
No, people don't take boundaries. When they want you, a lot of times they'll message you
set them.
over and over.
You got to set them, Gabe.
They don't care.
Gabe, you got to set them.
No, I don't set them. I ignore them. I ignore. I tell them no.
But that's setting the boundary.
But that's setting the boundary. But Tam, I do want to bring it back though, because
all right. So I wanted you all to hear that because that is a pet peeve for me. That's a pet peeve for me. Let me put my headphones back on. Let's get back. Everybody can hear me? I'm good on sound? Okay, cool. All right, so why did I bring this up? Because you hear what some of your cohorts and what some people think, right? And the issue that I have with that conversation is we can't say that people don't want to work in tech, but when people do want to work in tech and they really not sure where to go, I'm not going to be there to help them. Right? Or everybody can't work in tech. Like, I just showed you a $10 billion. I showed you billions in contract work. From Oracle to modernization to the VA, and it was a reason why I did that. That's why I went backwards. Because if I didn't show you that first, and I showed you this first, you'd have been sitting there like, what's she talking about? But now I showed you follow the money and where everything is at. And now all you have to do now is like, okay, let me go follow the money and where everything is at. And let me go do my due diligence and search. She gave me some breadcrumbs. I may need to schedule an appointment with somebody for a mentorship or something like that to make sure I'm understanding what I'm supposed to be doing or whatnot. But that's what you're here for. Like, how do we plan to get more people in tech if we're not going to do that? Right? At least guide. I'm not telling you to go out there and write their resume for them without paying for it. But I am saying, where's the guidance at? Where's the guidance at? Right? I wanted to show you who's in your corner, who's out here saying that you can't even do it. Now, what I'm telling you is you got to go execute. You're going to have to put in some work. You're going to have to put in some time. You're going to have to knock some dust off some books, clean your screen, get another monitor, buy a course, sign up for something, cry a little bit, get mad a little bit, don't go out on the weekends, sit your ass at home Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, take the exam, fail it, go back and take it again. You're going to have to do all of that. If your goal and your mission is to be in retirement, living just off of Social Security, this ain't the channel for you. I'm telling you now. I'm not her. But if your goal is to be in retirement and rolling over and pulling up with all the other retirees with your 10 acres in the mountains or wherever you want your 10 acres, your hotel that you own, your bed and breakfast that you own, your duplex that you own, your hotel that you own, your motel that you own, whatever it is, you got a car dealership, you got multiple cars, I don't care, whatever your dream is. If that ain't it, this ain't this ain't the channel for you. This ain't it. What I'm telling you is it's billions out there. And if you don't want a piece of that pie, if you want to sit online and complain about all this other stuff, if you don't believe in yourself, guess what? Nobody else is going to instill it in you. They not. They just not. You got to come with your bag. When you open up your bag, you should have some tools to do multiple things. You should be like, today I'm on data and tomorrow I'm on security. Yesterday I was on security, tomorrow I'm on infrastructure. I was on security and infrastructure the day before, tomorrow I'm on Python. You need to be a Swiss Army knife. Why? Because tech is ever evolving. But you get some fundamental core skills that could last you 10 years. Ain't nowhere in the world you can't be in tech making 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000. And people gonna tell you that ain't possible. People gonna tell you don't nobody make that kind of money. They gonna tell you. Anybody that's been to my meetings already done showed you how you do it. At the end of the day, stop letting distractions stop you from your greatness. DevSecOps, cloud computing, edge computing, cloud migration, Kubernetes, observability, SRE, platform engineering. They're going to be here for the next 10 years. And if you don't want to get this money and you want to sit on the sideline and complain, get out of the way. In fact, stand on the sideline with the water boys. And when I'm running by, just give me my water so I can just keep running. Because the money is out here. And if you're not going to get it, somebody else going to get it. Right? I've given y'all the blueprint. I've showed you stuff. It's just it is the time is now. The time is not in January of 2024. The time is now. If you're not gonna make no decisions now, if you're not gonna buy the course, don't wait for Black Friday to buy the course. Get the course now. Study an hour a day. Take some notes. Go look at some videos. What's the point? What's the point of sitting on the sideline and there's people out here making bank? Some people working 3 jobs. Some people, if you go over on overemployment, there's some people that's working 4, 5 jobs making 1 million, 1.5 million, 2 million. And y'all over here, not on this channel, but y'all out here crying about, well, it's only 8% of the people that make $100,000, and you want to get someone that makes $100,000, and it's only like 8% of the people. Do you qualify? Do you qualify? Qualify for what? We still broke. What have you seen? Have you seen rent? Have you seen the rent these days? What? 6 jobs on Reddit. You only qualify for oh my goodness. I don't think you qualify. I don't think you do. Oh, oh. Hey, I'm not mad at you. Get to it. Listen, when people be like, when they're like, do you qualify? I said, nope, I don't qualify. And they're like, we knew you didn't qualify. I said, no, I don't qualify because that's like food stamp money to me. So I didn't qualify for the food stamp money. I don't want to hear none of that crap. I'm just saying to y'all, it's money out here. Let us know before I get up out of here if you like the show Highway Linux on Monday versus on Saturday. I'm just testing out to see if this is something we could do on Monday. And instead of 2 shows back to back, I like the 2 shows back to back because it frees up our time. But if we do it on Monday, that's cool as well too. Oh, 80% voted for Monday, D. All right, Monday it is. Monday it is. You said what's OE? Overemployment. Let me show you. And then I'll end it on that. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right, all right. But y'all heard it from the horse's mouth. I didn't make nothing up. All right, overemployment. OE, overemployment, right? People are like, and let me caveat this. Let me say this, in case any employers or anybody want to come back and like talk about this, be like, oh my god, you're telling people to do illegal things. Listen, some people, some employers are okay with you working multiple jobs. Now, there's multiple ways this could be done. You could be 1099 and work multiple jobs. You may be W-2. Like what cracked me up is because I'm like, so you saying I can't work multiple jobs, but what if I work my 9 to 5 and then at night I go work for Uber Eats? Yeah, I can't do that. That's still another job, right? So again, when it come down to multiple jobs, you could do this multiple ways. I talk more about this on other forums. Right? What does that look like? Let me see. Let me look this up for you. Right? It came out in February. And this has been a big thing. This is one of the reasons why people were calling people back in. Right? From 16 hour to 1.2 million. How they did it. It's also been out here on Market Watch. Right? I've been overemployed, working 2 jobs, raking in 300 a year. Now I have enough saved up to buy a business, but I need trustworthy advice. What do I do to turn that around? Right? I start my 5 jobs, making 1.2, blah, 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 blah. And this is going to be pushback from some people because some people are going to be like, you're encouraging people to do this. No, what I'm telling you is people out here doing it. And you got to figure out whether or not that's something good for you. You got to figure out the tax implications. You got to figure out all of that stuff. But more news at 11 for this. All right. I just wanted to share that with you. I just wanted to give you my thoughts from that stream last night and how I felt about it. So you can hear how other people are. You taking jobs from others. Oh yeah, I love that. Right? You taking jobs from others, but it's 7 million cybersecurity jobs out here that's empty. 7 million. But you taking jobs from others. No, AI is gonna take your job. That's what's gonna happen. Right? All right. Y'all be safe out here. Thank y'all for stopping by. Thank you so much for the DOE information. I'm 2 minutes away from DOE. Already doing DevOps, going out. Yeah. Go after DevSecOps, get your Kubernetes certs, OpenShift certs, understand Red Hat, understand Rancher. That's where it's at. Get you a little couple of mix in a little cloud in there, understand some fundamentals, be on your way. 200K, one skill away. All right, y'all be safe.